Good Wednesday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to use the next 15 minutes to take a detailed look at your forecast over the next 7 days. We do have a weather impact alert. We'll get to those in just a minute. Not a bad sunset here in Beaumont. You can see a little bit of color off towards our east, but we do expect the clouds to thicken up overnight and could see even a little patchy fog. This view of Beaumont courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. And the allergy report remains unchanged, still heavy or high levels of cedar tree pollen and low levels of mold. No weed or grass pollen as of yet across Southeast Texas. In your weather headlines, looks like a chilly morning tomorrow morning. You'll need jackets and coats, but you won't in the afternoon as we continue to expect above normal high temperatures well into the 70s for the foreseeable future. Friday night looks good across Southeast Texas for the crew of Cruz, and then the crew of Aurora not looking good right now as we're expecting a pretty good round of shower and thunderstorm activities. A line of showers and storms will be moving into the area and associated with a cold front. Behind the front, cooler, dry weather expected Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday mornings. Lows will be in the 50s except for Monday morning. We'll get back into the 40s for that one cold morning. Afternoons will still be in the 70s, and then by next Wednesday, the dry weather will persist as we may make a run for 80 degrees by next Wednesday. We are issuing a weather impact alert for Thursday night into Friday morning. A lot of signals for dense fog across the area. And again, that means that widespread visibilities could be below a quarter of a mile. So you'll need to leave early, reduce your speed, use low beams, increase distance between you and the next car, and pay attention. That is not tomorrow morning. That is Friday morning across Southeast Texas, giving you a heads up. 67 is our normal high, and that's right on through Monday. Then our normal high goes to 68, and as you could see, well above normal for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday into Monday, a little closer to normal as that front pushes a little drier, cooler air in. And then Tuesday into Wednesday, back up to a good 8 to 10 degrees above normal as far as afternoon highs. So very spring-like temperatures expected. We're expecting a line of showers and thunderstorms to move through the area roughly around 6 p.m., 6, 7, 8 p.m. Sunday or Saturday night across Southeast Texas. And that's when we expect a good ½ inch to an inch across Southeast Texas. And of course, isolated totals are certainly possible, but that's generally what we're expecting. As far as severe threat, I think maybe the lakes area northwards could see some severe weather. I don't think it's a big threat at this point, but something to watch as we get more data over the next couple of days. We'll be able to kind of fine tune that forecast. No rain expected Thursday and into Friday, so good news for the crew of Cruz on Friday night. Saturday evening and Saturday night, unfortunately, that 80% coverage is what we're expecting. During the day Saturday, it's about a 40% coverage, and as we get closer to 5, 6, 7 p.m., we go up to that 80% coverage. No rain expected Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week as a ridge of high pressure rebuilds over the area. Otherwise, watching an isolated shower around Orange that is weakening. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. A lot of cloud cover, particularly over the triangle, as that front has stalled right over our area. It'll be washing out, actually moving back to the north as a warm front coming up tomorrow afternoon. And that will open the door to temperatures well into the 70s as skies become, say, partly cloudy coming up tomorrow afternoon. Very spring-like afternoon across Southeast Texas. And there's the front I'm talking about. Not much drying behind it, a little bit up towards Conroe, and you can see the drier air up there. Not going to get much drying out of this as this front has stalled. So could see some patchy fog overnight and tomorrow morning. I don't think it'll be terribly thick at this point because we'll have northerly winds. As far as the drought monitor, this is going to be updated as we head towards tomorrow. It's updated daily, or I should say weekly, by the folks at the drought monitor. But again, continuing at a moderate to severe drought across Southeast Texas. As since January 1st, we're 1.9 inches below normal. And since the 1st of December, approaching 4 inches below normal. I think we're going to get some help as we head towards Saturday night. And otherwise, Orange County now enacting a burn ban. That's joining Jefferson County that was enacted yesterday. And then Newton County's been up for probably about a week, I believe, or so. But again, we're not expecting any issues with wildfire threat coming up tomorrow because of the high humidity across southeast Texas. So that front stalling right across our area, very mild across East Texas, Central and South Texas, well into the 70s. Little bit of a cool down up towards the Panhandle, back over towards Oklahoma City, and also Dallas back over towards Wichita Falls. So this front will be lifting back to the north as a warm front. But as you can see, clouds hugging the coast as they usually do, drier air and clear skies, Dallas, Central Texas, San Angelo, and into Lubbock. And as you can see, cloudiness is on the increase off towards West Texas and over towards the Four Corners region due to an active subtropical jet in advance of our next trough of low pressure in the upper levels. Now, you just took an elevator ride up. Let me show you that again. This is the surface. That's where all the fronts are. So now we're going to go up into the atmosphere to around 18,000 feet. These are the troughs. These troughs push fronts along, and they bring inclement weather with rain and thunderstorm activity sometimes. Ridge of high pressure generally brings quiet weather. So this trough of low pressure is energizing the subtropical jet. So there's the trough. See the dip? This is a trough. This is a long wave trough. And what it is doing is it is activating or energizing the subtropical jet and bringing Pacific moisture into the southwest. So as this moves off to the east, we will see an increase in cloud cover probably on Friday, if not sooner. Thursday night into Friday, and that means a lot more gray in advance of the shower and thunderstorm activity that we are expecting coming up Saturday evening across the region. So tonight looks like mostly cloudy skies. Again, a little patchy fog cannot be ruled out across the area. I think it's going to be a chilly night, especially up in the lakes. Could see temperatures dropping into the lower and middle 50s there. I think we'll get into the mid 50s here in the Triangle. I think that's too warm. Otherwise, fog in the morning, and then we'll thin it out, and we should see a fairly warm afternoon with partly cloudy skies developing, probably the mid to upper 70s across southeast Texas, and a south wind returning. So right now, here's the upper level pattern, and as you can see, fairly quiet weather with a ridge of high pressure over the state of Texas. This ridge of high pressure is creating those quiet weather conditions. And we'll take a look at this long wave trough. See how long it is? That is a long wave trough. Now, sometimes you have what we call short waves, which are not as long. Those are a little more fun and challenging to forecast, but those also bring shower and thunderstorm activity. But this trough of low pressure will be moving on off towards the east, bringing us that shower and thunderstorm activity and associated cold front coming up as we work on into Saturday evening and Saturday night across southeast Texas. And as we head on into Saturday evening, the front will probably be very close to us, a good chance of shower and thunderstorm activity. And all these blobs of red, those are what we call vorticity. And the air is basically spinning. That causes lift in the atmosphere. And when you have lift, clouds like that because they can develop. It also means when you have lots of clouds, if you've got the lift, you can create shower and thunderstorm activity. So that is another bonus for the chance of shower and thunderstorm activity. Plus, we're going to have what we call a jet streak right along the upper Texas coastline in the very high levels of the atmosphere. So that will also increase our ability to produce rain and thunderstorm activity coming up on, say, Saturday late afternoon and especially Saturday evening across our region. So at this point, we're looking at mostly smooth seas on the Gulf tomorrow, around a foot, some patchy fog at an east to southeast wind at 5 knots, water temperature currently at 65 degrees. Our forecast tonight, some patchy fog, otherwise mostly cloudy. We're going to go with the lower 50s in the lake, so it's jackets and coats in the morning, and here in the Triangle, probably the mid 50s as winds will be either north or becoming calm across our region. So still above normal, as you can see. Then for tomorrow, we'll go with that fog eroding, and we should see skies become partly cloudy in the afternoon. It's going to be a warm day with south winds developing. High temperatures will be into the mid to upper 70s across southeast Texas. And taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast, so not a bad afternoon on Thursday. Friday, we are issuing that weather impact alert for the potential for widespread dense fog across southeast Texas. and that will be mainly a travel issue, so you use caution on your morning commute. Then, as we work on into Saturday afternoon, we'll go with a 40% coverage, but by Saturday evening, yeah, looking pretty wet, as we'll be watching a line of showers and storms move in across our area. We'll go with an 80% coverage, as I said, probably a half an inch to an inch, a pretty good bet. And we think that the best lift and the best dynamics will create a small or slight chance of severe weather, lakes area on off towards northwestern sections of Arkansas and East Texas, north of the Triangle. So an 80% coverage Saturday evening. Most of the rain should be out of here or off to our east between, say, midnight and about 3 a.m. Sunday. So we're expecting a lot of clouds Sunday morning, and we're going to have what is called wraparound. So we may be partly sunny during the day on Sunday, but late day we should eventually get the sun out, and we'll go with 72 at this point. Then the morning low temperature on Monday will be the coldest this round at, say, 47 degrees. That's pretty close to normal. The high of 74 with lots of sun. Partly cloudy and warming back up on Tuesday after a chilly start. And by next Wednesday, looking at high temperatures approaching 78 degrees. That's a look at your detailed weather impact 7-day forecast. Not a bad evening across the area. It's fairly comfortable. This view of Port Arthur, or I should say Jasper, courtesy of Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. Here's your weather headlines. This is what we're expecting over the next 7 days. It's going to be a chilly night tonight and tomorrow morning, so you'll need jackets and coats. Don't need any rain gear, I don't think. And we'll see above normal temperatures through the next 7 days, except for Monday morning maybe. Friday night looking okay for the crew of Cruise, the crew of Aurora. It's not looking good, let's just say that. It looks like a 70 to 80% coverage of showers and storms at parade time, unfortunately, as the cold front pushes through. Then cooler, dry weather is expected Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, especially those low temperatures. Monday, we should see lows in the 40s and highs continue into the 70s each afternoon. So this is not a terribly strong front. Otherwise, by, say, Wednesday, we should see high temperatures rising to around nearly 80 degrees. So dense fog potential, widespread dense fog, not tonight, but we're expecting the potential coming up Friday morning across southeast Texas. So you know the routine by now. There's all your tips on how to deal with the fog. Again, visibilities, how far you can see through the fog, could be less than a quarter of a mile. Probably not in Beaumont or in the cities, but in outlying areas. Be careful on that. So well above normal high temperatures into the mid to upper 70s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Little bit of a reduction on Sunday into Monday where we get closer to normal. And then Monday and Tuesday, warming things back up into the mid to upper 70s by Tuesday, especially Wednesday. And every day, as you can see, above the red line. So above normal temperatures, above that red line, as you can see. To the tune of about 5 to 11 degrees. Rainfall, yeah, it's looking pretty good as we head towards Saturday evening. We're thinking widespread, half-inch to inch totals, maybe more in isolated spots. And that's why we're going with a 40% coverage during the day on Saturday, increasing to an 80% coverage Saturday evening across our region, and running out of time. So there's your burn bans across southeast Texas, but no problems as far as wildfire threat tomorrow. We think that we're going to get some pretty decent rains across the area Saturday evening that could help us